Hello my friend and welcome to this reading. My name is Oki and today we will explore what your secret superpower is and how you can unlock it. I have shuffled out these 3 cards for you, so please use your intuition to pick one of the cards. You could also choose the card by number. We have number 1, number 2, and number 3. You will find the timestamps for your reading in the description box below. Hello again, and let's get started with your reading. So you chose the Cyborg card, and right away from that I'm getting the feeling that your superpower has to do with putting on different faces, playing different roles, maybe being very adaptable, adapting to different situations, being able to fit into new environments or different environments. So maybe you can be 2 different persons, whether you are at home or at work, or meeting friends, and that doesn't always have to mean that you're not being authentic. It can also mean that you're just very diplomatic or very creative in your expressions, and maybe you have many different sides to yourself. Let's see if we can get some more information about your secret superpower. We have the Sheriff. I will stand up for what's right. Interesting. So you're very confident and you see the bigger picture. And the Cowgirl. I'm enthusiastic to learn and grow. Yeah, maybe that's part of it. Maybe you like being in different environments and learning new things and meeting very different people, but all without losing yourself, without losing the bigger picture or the perspective, or without letting go of your ideals or convictions, right? I will stand up for what's right. Of course, if you want to stand up for what's right, you have to have a clear vision of what is right for you and what you believe in. But you're also flexible. You want to learn and grow and see other people's points of view and understand them. Yeah, I'm getting again the word adaptability. I think that's really what your superpower is. Adaptability, open-mindedness, willingness to change and grow. Okay, we have the Moon. You're also very intuitive. And you're not afraid to venture into unknown territory. The King of Cups. More about emotion, intuition. The King of Pentacles. One more. The Ace of Swords. Very interesting. Yeah, with the Ace of Swords, I think you are, as I mentioned before, very clear on who you are, what you want, what you stand for. And I think that will also help you tap into that power of adaptability even more, that you don't feel it is a conflict between adapting to your environment but also being true to yourself, because it's more like a an act, a game, a creative expression, and not so much that you feel like you have to hide yourself or be something that you're not. Interesting here, the two kings. So there's a lot of what's considered male energy, which of course can also speak of authority, being very accomplished in the area of your life. And this seems to be both connected to earth and body and career and grounding, but also emotion, intuition, healing. So you seem to be quite balanced, or maybe you need more balance between two things. Maybe you are one person at work and one person in your private life, and it seems to you that is some sort of conflict or division between those two, but it doesn't have to be. And if you can integrate those different parts of your personality more, you will greatly benefit from it. And also maybe tapping more into what's traditionally considered the more feminine side of yourself, your intuition, maybe letting go of control a bit, because obviously that's a very controlled expression of yourself, right? You're sort of hiding who you really are. Maybe that could be the sort of dark side, quote unquote, of your power, of your gifts, that you could be feeling like you have to hide something. Yeah, let's take some more cards. Oh, got wrong card in here. Let's take that, maybe. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, tap more into your emotional side, I think. That would be beneficial for you. We have better than you can imagine, and immense growth. Better than you can imagine and immense growth. Yeah, I think you're not right now not fully aware that this adaptability, this diplomacy, this being able to take on different roles, that this is actually a gift and a power. I think maybe at the moment you're experiencing it as a bit of a difficulty or negative thing, and but it is actually better than you can imagine. Look at the colorful wings of the butterfly. That's very beautiful that it is not just one color. There's so many facets to it, and I think there's so many facets to you, and just appreciating all of your different sides, I think would greatly benefit you. And also there's like a womb with a child in it. So I think something wants to be born. It doesn't have to be literally a child. It could be an idea or a thought or your new self, maybe even. And it will be better than you can imagine. You also have immense growth with the vulture. And interestingly enough, in I think it is Tibetan culture, there's this tradition of laying out the dead outside for them to be eaten by vultures, because the vulture is considered to have a very strong connection to the spirit realm. I mean, it's also for practical reasons, because the ground there is often frozen, so the dead can't be buried in the earth. But it's still a decision, right, to basically offer up their bodies to the vultures to be transformed and to be carried to a higher realm. So I think you have even more ability to connect to higher realms than you think, because you're so flexible and open-minded. I think there's more for you. I'm enthusiastic to learn and grow. So I think if you allow yourself to tap into that energy, you will really expand, your horizon will expand, and you will experience immense growth by allowing yourself to balance out and bring out those different sides without it being a conflict, or without thinking that you have to choose between the one or the other. Yeah, I'm hearing that you will surprise yourself. You will surprise yourself. Okay, let's get one more card. Oh, we got two. The autumn fae, go slowly and listen closely for words of the tree spirits. Yeah, maybe you need to connect to nature more, or just allow yourself to slow down and enjoy the little moments in life more, and explore what really draws your attention and what you want to learn about or explore more. And we also have the griffin, be brave and fly above the clouds. Yeah, that goes very well with the vulture. Yeah, be brave and fly above the clouds. What a lovely card. Last card for this reading. Okay, if you want to work further with the energies of this reading, this is an affirmation you could use. I allow myself to be adaptable, creative, and curious, and I honor all of my beautiful and colorful facets. Also, of course, you could come up with your own affirmations. If you do so, please let us know in the comments below. Also, share your story if you would like. And of course, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and see you next time. Hello again. Let's get started with your reading. You chose the Courtesan card, and just from that I'm getting a sense that you're very confident. You're confident, you know how to enjoy yourself, you don't care too much what other people think of you. Or anyway, you would do well not to care too much about what other people think of you, because I think you have something that makes you very unique. Maybe you're an artist or someone who has very creative ideas or very creative ways to express themselves. Yeah, that's the first things I'm getting, but let's get some more cards. You're probably also very beautiful, and maybe sometimes people are envious of that. The sheriff, I will stand up for what is right. I'm getting that in this case it means standing up for yourself and be unashamedly yourself. And then we have the mountain woman. I am capable, independent, and will rely on myself. Yeah, I think you're someone who stands out. And because you stand out, sometimes maybe you feel like you don't fit in. And maybe you feel like you have to rely on yourself because being part of a group or club or clique is maybe sometimes difficult for you. But that has also helped you develop this independence and this sense of being responsible for yourself. And if you're not feeling that right now, it's certainly something you can develop. Again, I'm hearing, don't care too much what other people think about you, because you have something that's very special and unique about you. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I think you probably know what it is. And maybe it's something that makes other people a bit uncomfortable, or it's maybe you are pressing their buttons just by being who you are. Could be that you're a very expressive person, a very sensual person, maybe a bit quote unquote weird, or just so confident that other people envy you or feel like you're overstepping the line because you're not playing by the rules. I'm getting that. You're a bit of a rebel, just by being yourself, by expressing yourself. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And let's see how you can unlock that superpower even more. Justice, 6 of Wands. King of Cups and Queen of Swords. Interesting. Yes, with the Justice card and the 6 of Wands, I immediately got a sense of you don't have to really do anything. It will balance out for you. I think right now you're maybe a bit scared that because other people are criticizing you or are uncomfortable with your confidence or with your beauty or are envious of you. Maybe you're scared of those people, or that they could I don't know, bully you, or that it could have any negative consequences. But it doesn't have to. Just follow your path and be yourself, and things will balance out. Things will balance out. You will get the things you deserve. Yeah, with the Queen of Swords, I also get use your discernment to maybe be a bit more flexible. Maybe that's difficult to describe, but I'm getting the sense that those people that maybe were criticizing you or you had a conflict with, I feel like maybe it's time to not go against them so much, but maybe develop a bit of a let's say softer edge, and maybe make a bit more compromise at times, and use your discernment when you should do that and when you shouldn't, when you should stand up for yourself or when you should compromise with other people. That might be helpful. And it doesn't mean that you have to, cave to their expectations or let yourself be bullied or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But sometimes maybe be a bit more smart or strategical or diplomatic about how you want to present yourself. Yeah, maybe sometimes tap a bit more into your emotional soft side without letting yourself get carried away by your emotions. Keep good balance between head and heart. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see. What can we learn about your superpower and how to unlock it? What do you need to know about that right now? Get out of your head and you're about to shine. Interesting. Yeah, okay. The get out of your head. And this is interesting because with the red color here, it looks like almost like the head is disconnected from the rest of the body. So I think that's very important for you to find a balance between head and heart. And don't be so stubborn. So someone out there is a bit stubborn and maybe needs to be a tiny bit more flexible. And you obviously you're stubborn because you feel like you have to be defensive of yourself or who you are. But maybe there's a more flexible and diplomatic way to set your boundaries or to defend yourself. Yeah, okay, and you are about to shine. That's a beautiful card. Look how happy that animal, I'm sorry, I don't know the English name for it, looks, and with the rainbow or like the colorful, radiant rays of light and color. Very beautiful. You are about to shine. So yeah, I think just relax a bit more and maybe don't be so confrontational all the time. Maybe you're not anyway, but if you are, just be a bit more relaxed and also maybe a bit more confident, because the more confident you are, the more people will not question you. So if you eat those things at the party confidently, people will be like, oh yeah, she's eating the cupcakes or whatever. And if you're like defensive about it, or people will notice that and people will start to question why you're doing that. So don't be so defensive, but also don't be too offensive. Try to balance it out, be more relaxed, be more confident. And but I think you already got this. Things will balance out for you by themselves. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Let's get one more card. The Troll Fae. Follow the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. Yeah, I think that really goes well with don't be so stubborn, that I heard, or maybe be more open-minded, be more flexible. Maybe try new things. Try to to find positive aspect to maybe things that you don't like. Don't force it, of course, but sometimes if we have too set expectations about something, we are missing out. We are missing out because we are overlooking or not considering things or people that actually might be a good fit for us. Okay, yes. So if you want to work further with the energy of these readings, here's an affirmation you could use. I am confident and flexible, and I embrace my uniqueness completely and enjoy sharing it with others. Of course, you could also come up with your own affirmations. If you do so, please let me know in the comments below, and also share your story if you would like. Please also consider liking and subscribing, and thank you so much for spending time with me. See you next time. Hello again, and let's get started with your reading. So you chose the Spinster card. Maybe you really like books, or you really like cats. You just like to have a bit of peace and quiet and drink your tea or coffee in peace. I think your superpower has to do with being very friendly, but also maybe being very sensitive. And maybe that is why you need a bit more alone time than other people. But it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Maybe you just enjoy your own company or are a bit introverted. Let's see, the Highwayman. I am determined and will keep trying. Okay, interesting, because the Highwayman, even how she reaches out with her hand, it's more confrontational. I don't think you're the most confrontational person. But you are determined and you will keep trying. Maybe you're in a period where you have had a difficult time and need a bit of more rest and withdrawal. And that can be a superpower. To rest can be a superpower. Okay. And then we have the Henchman. I will collaborate with others to achieve amazing things. Interesting. That also gives me a sense that you might be coming out of a difficult period or a period of transition, and maybe you feel a bit isolated at the moment, or you're self-isolated for a while, and now you want to draw in your tribe, your new friends, your chosen family. But I think you are very picky about who you let into your life and who you don't, and rightfully so, because you're sensitive and because you really need to surround yourself with people that you feel like supported and nourished by. And I think you have a lot to give. I think you have a very open and warm heart. And you shouldn't waste it on just anyone. Really, that's if you just want to share it with your cats, just share it with your cats. That's what I'm getting. But let's see some more information about how you can unlock this gift and this superpower even further. Ace of Swords. Yeah, I think you just have to acknowledge that it actually is your superpower. Maybe right now you feel that it's a bit of a weakness, or that it's somehow not very useful for yourself. But I think it would do you good to gain some confidence and some clarity on that rest and withdrawal might be just the right thing at this time, or the opposite might be true. You might have been very withdrawn and now is the time to get out and meet new people and just gain more clarity on what it is that you need right now. We have the Magician, Strength, and the Fool. 3 major arcana cards. Yeah, I think a lot in your life is changing right now. And you're really growing into your own strength, and you're about to embark on a new adventure. And maybe this is how you gather strength, you gather energy by taking time for yourself, or taking time with your books or your pets, or just enjoying a quiet afternoon. Like you can sort of process and plan and get ready for the next adventure. And I think you went through a period where you had to really develop your skills and your inner strength. And yeah, I keep feeling that you are either in a challenging time or just coming out of a challenging time. And yeah, I can really feel a lot of empathy for you, and you got this. That's what I'm hearing. You got this, and you're supported, and hopefully there are other people offering you some empathy. And if you feel you lack that, then self-compassion might be a good practice for you. I just want to mention that I feel you, even though I don't know you. I feel you, and congratulations. You've gathered a lot of energy and strength, and things will get better. That's what I'm hearing. Things will get better. Let's get some more cards. You are about to shine. You're about to shine. Yeah, things will get better. You're about to shine. And attract through glow. Interesting. Yeah, you're glowing. You're glowing from the inside. And maybe you're not the person to go out and make things happen. Maybe you're a bit more of an introvert or a careful person, or something like that. And this card is telling me that you don't have to always take action and always be an extrovert and go for the things that you want. You could also just quietly, through who you are as a person, be noticed by others, and things will come to you. Friends will come to you. Opportunities will come to you. Of course, don't hide yourself away all the time. Go out there, but it's not always necessary that you are the one that takes the first step. Sometimes you can just allow other people to notice you and get interested in you. You don't have to force it or make it happen. Just allow yourself to take the time you need. Allow yourself to go slowly. Don't push yourself too much. That's what I'm hearing. But you are about to shine, so it might move a bit more slowly than you think. But you're getting there. You're getting there. And this, again, I am determined and I will keep trying. I think that is really good advice for you. Just take it one step at a time, and don't lose hope, don't lose your vision. And there are people coming in who will support you, or maybe you have to seek out the people who will support you. Maybe join some sort of group that could be supportive for you, and make sure it's the right people that you're surrounded with. That's the advice I'm getting for you. And rest is your superpower. I heard that again, rest is your superpower. So don't feel like you're behind. Just do things in your own time, and don't compare yourself to others. Just compare yourself to yourself, and be kind to yourself. Yeah. Again, self-compassion might be something to look into for yourself. Okay, let's get one more card. The Troll Fae. Follow the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. That's interesting because group number 2 also got this card. Yeah, it's just about being open to the secrets and beauties of life, and maybe finding beauty and pleasure in unexpected places. Okay, so if you want to work more with the energy of this reading, here's an affirmation you could use. I offer myself kindness and compassion, and I trust that things will unfold naturally in the perfect timing. Of course, you could also come up with your own affirmations. If you do, please let us know in the comments below, or share your story if you would like. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. And thank you so much for spending this time with me. I wish you all the best, and see you next time.